dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. So, whether you have joined from US, Europe, Mexico, South America, Southeast Asia, or anywhere else around the world, I'm so happy you are here with me today. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. This channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. So no matter where you are joined from, I hope you can feel a sense of peace, inspiration, and connection in this little corner of internet. Mrs. Xuemo is one of the most prolific, inspiring authors from Western China, and his story preach Eastern wisdom and universal human emotions, offering readers around the world deep insight and timeless inspiration. So, if you love meaningful story, profound thoughts, and beautifully written books, you're absolutely in the right place. Reading is not only about getting knowledge, it's a very generous show to remember who we are and to discover peace and clarity. So don't just scroll past, my friend. Hit the follow button and subscribe our channel and stay with us. We go live different times every day, bringing you fun stories, inspiring talks, and good vibes. This is a space full of warmth, positivity, and love. So make yourself at home right here. Today, I'm going to share. Hi, viewers. This is Louis from Western China. Today, I'm going to sharing you about another book, The Last Warden of the Desert Charges, written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah, White Tiger Pass is a tale of three women. Love is about love, struggle, and resilience. Through the prison of three young village women, Lang Lang, Yunga, and Yua, White Tiger Pass become their daily life as they laugh and cry, love and hate, just like any human does. The novel masterfully dive into the inner world of its characters, deconstructing the complexity of human experience, such as useful love, memory, regret, waiting, rebellion, fear, disappear, self-redemption, and heartfelt conversations. All these elements together paint a vibe. Hi, Angel. Hi, Angel. Nice to meet you. Good morning. Good morning, Angel. Okay, how's anything? Yeah, how's anything? This is Louis from Western China. This channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. So today I'm going to share you a very touching novel written by Chinese author Xuemo. The novel masterfully dives into the inner world of its characters, deconstructing the complexity of human experience, such as useful love, memory, waiting, regret, rebellion, fear, disappear, and self-redemption and heartfelt conversations. All these elements together paint a vivid picture of the plight of the women in the rural region of China and amid the social change in 1990s in rural villages in Western China, showcasing their resilient, showcasing their resilient spirit and unwilling to succumb to destiny. This book was written by Chinese spiritual writer Xuemo and translated by Holt Gobler and Silver Lin, acclaimed translator of Nobel Prize winning author. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the detail about this book. If you love a meaningful story that explores courage, hi, Evie, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. Abby, nice to meet you. Abby Star, nice to meet you. This is Louis from Western China, okay? So how's anything? Abby Star. Yeah. So this channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah. So if you love the meaningful story and profound thoughts and beautifully written books, you're absolutely in the right place. Yeah. The White Tiger Pass is a deeply moving story about three women living in the vast Gobi Desert of China. Through this struggle, pain, and love, the novel reveals how the human spirit can shine even in the hardest condition. It's not just a story, it is a journey of self discovery, resilience, hope, and every page carries the emotions, wisdom, and the beauty of their life's strength. Through the prison of three young village women, Lang Lang, Ying'er, and Yue, both of them are the sister-in-law. White Tiger Pass, White Tiger Pass recount their daily life as they laugh and cry, love and hate. Austin, I played the FIFA. I played the FIFA. Austin. I only played the FIFA. Okay. So how about you? How about you? I know you play the audio game. Okay, the video game. So let's continue talk about it. Okay, the White Tiger Pass become these three ladies' daily life as they laugh and cry, love and hate. Cool. How about you? How about you? Okay. So you call the duty, call the duty, yeah. You you just told me that. So love and hate, just like any human does. The noble mastery dive into the inner world of these three women, modern NFL. Okay, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So have you ever played the boxing video game? The boxing video game, yeah. The football, yeah, I know that. Me too, me too. Okay, love the, I love to play the FIFA. Okay, the FIFA, yeah. So, oh, American soccer, yeah, American soccer. I got that. American football, NFL. So, Austin, you're from US, yeah? Yeah, I know that. I know that. American football, I know. Yeah, NFL. So, I know some is so popular. The American football is so popular in US. Yeah, it's much popular than the football and the basketball. Yeah. So let's continue talk about the book. Okay, let's continue talk about the book. This novel, White Tiger Pass, masterfully dive in the inner world of its characters, deconstructing the complexity of human experience, such as useful love, memory, regret, waiting, rebellion, fear, despair, self-redemption, and heartfelt conversations. All these elements together paint a vivid picture of the life of the woman in the rural regions of China amid the social change in 1990s, showcasing their resilient spirit and unwilling to succumb to destiny. So let's talk about the White Tiger Pass. The White Tiger Pass is actually exists in Western China, and the real name is called the Double Dragon Pass. So in 1990s, a lot of people go to the White Tiger Pass to dig the gold, just like a lot of Chinese people, they want to go to San Francisco to dig the gold. Okay, some people treat the Chinese people to come to San Francisco. They said that there is a golden mountain. There's a golden mountain in San Francisco. So in China, because San Francisco in Chinese old golden mountain, yeah, old golden mountain. So, and then let's talk about that. And during 1990s in Western China, a lot of people go to dig the gold. People go to dig the gold, and in White Tiger Pass is a very okay. A lot of people get rich because of the gold. A lot of people get rich because of the gold. Okay, when I was a very little child, I have this kind of memory that my mother also my parents, my father and my brother and my cousins they also go to do a business dig some kind of a gold in Guangxi province. Okay, so in my memory, my father lost a lot of money because they cannot dig the gold. They cannot dig the gold. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about one character, Ying'er, in this book, White Picket Pass. Okay, Ying'er is a fictional character in Mr. Xuemo's novel White Picket Pass. The story centers on her forbidden love affair with Ling Guan. Ling Guan is her husband's youngest brother. As the daughter-in-law of Lao Shun, she was forced to marry with her dog-with husband, who suffered from the physical disability due to the custom of exchange marriages. So when I read the book, I, I know the new vocabulary in my life, exchange marriages. Yeah, and when one of my one of my friend, he read the books of the White Tiger Pass, he said that he told me that in his hometown there's also have this kind of custom of the exchange marriages. So when I read the book, what is the meaning of exchange marriages? Yeah, exchange marriages. Okay, the woman, the lady, just as the bargaining chips in the marriages. How do we say that? So in China, there is a tradition. There is a traditional custom. So all the people just want to have a son to pass the generation, to pass the generation. Okay. So the lady, the girl cannot pass the generation. Only the boy. So in my hometown, so if one family have a new son, they will go to the temple. They will go to the temple to put some kind of a light in the temple. So it means that the boy is the light of one's family. Okay. So in China we say tian ding, ding. Okay, it's a kind of light. It's similar with the light. Yeah. So especially in my hometown, okay, tending and then is a little light. It's a little different. The boy and the light all together. We will put the light, a light of the some kind of a lantern light in the temple. So we will put the oils in the lantern light just to make sure the light was lighting for 3 days. Yeah. So and also the lady become the exchange bargaining chips in the exchange marriages. Yeah. So for example, if a man in Gansu province in Western China, he cannot afford for the marriages. You know that afford the marriages is so expensive in Western China. Okay, it's so expensive in Western China. The marriage is so expensive in Western China. So if you want to marry with a girl, you have to have an apartment. Okay, you have to have an apartment in the city. And second, you have to have a car. You have to have a car, and then you have to give the money to your father-in-law, to your parents-in-law. So, okay, I interviewed the villagers in the villagers in this village. They told me that uh, in this village, okay, a girl get married, you have to prepare about 300,000 RMB, 300,000 RMB, yeah. So and then if you want to buy an apartment, if you buy an apartment in this city, it's about 500,000 RMB, yeah. So and also you have to take a car. The car is about 100,000 RMB, and then the 100,000 RMB for the party, for the carnival. Okay, you have to invite the people, the villager, and the relative to come to your home to eat, to 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 have a party. Okay, to eat together and celebrate together. So all together, okay, for a single man to get married, they have to prepare at least 1 million RMB. 1 million RMB. So a lot of single men cannot afford this kind of money, okay? This big money. So what do? They have to get married, they have to pass the generation, they have to have a son. So so there's a custom in this place happens. It's called the exchange marriage. So what's the meaning of the exchange marriages? It just like that. It is like that. Okay. First, if, for example, I'm a man. I cannot afford the marriages. I cannot afford the money of the marriage. So, but I have a doctor, or I have a sister. Oh, sorry, I have a sister. I have a sister. Yeah. So my sister will get married to another married to another family. Okay. But another family, they have a doctor, and then the doctor will get married with me. So that's the exchange marriages. So it means that both of us are the sister-in-law. Both of us are the sister-in-law and brother-in-law. Yeah. So Ying'er was a kind of get married with Hanto just due to the custom of the exchange marriages. Okay, and then her husband suffer from a physical disability. Yeah, her husband suffer of the physical disability, and then Ying'er she fell in love with her husband's youngest brother. Yeah, yeah, and the forbidden love affair with Ling Guan. Yeah, and after she get married with Hanto, she have a son. She have a son after 2 years later. Yeah. So do you know? Okay, is the son was born with Ying'er and her husband? Maybe the son he was born with Ying'er with her husband's youngest brother. Yeah. So after her dream was shattered, she was pressured by her mother into remarriages to a butcher because her husband just passed away because of stomach cancer. Yeah. Throughout her life, she was always regarded as a tool for reproduction and the packaging chips in transactions. While working at a salt company, she endured objectifying gay men. Upon returning home, she witnessing her mother's despicable act of sacrificing her daughter's happiness to secure a marriage. Gradually, her mental state collapsed. Her mental state collapsed. She expressed her deep longing for Ling Guan through the traditional folk song, while yet the constant of ethics and oppression, the reality turned this love into the holiest obsessions. Yeah, this woman, Ying'er, in this book, okay, who once defined suffering with romantic ideas, ultimately to her own life after being forced into another marriage, using her death to condemn feudal ethics and gender oppressions. Her tragedy reflects the collective fate of the rural women in that area. Ying'er was Lao Sun's daughter-in-law, and she loved Ling Guan, her husband's youngest brother. Okay, Ling Guan is the fire of hope in her life, her reason to look forward. However, However, Ling Guan left her for the city. Her husband's youngest brother left her for the city, especially after her husband passed away due to due to the stomach cancer. Yeah. So Ying'er could only confine her longing for him through Hua. Okay. So Ying'er is a beautiful lady in the village. Okay. He's good at singing the Hua Chinese folk song. The Chinese folk song. Okay, he sing the Hoa, he sung the Hoa for Ling Guan like this. Okay, okay, you can see the verse. Okay, on white paper, I wrote a black character. On yellow paper, I demonstrate when you have the money, bring me a smile. When you have no money, bring me a boat of cloth. When you remember me, when you remember me, come see your last. When you don't, buy me farewell. When you are still alive, send me a letter. When you are dead, visit me in a dream. This tender war was Ying's love letter to Ling Guang, a profound expression of a woman's longing for love amid hardship. For Yinger, Ling Guang's love, was her salvation. With his love, she could only be a happy woman. Yeah. Years after losing her husband has passed away because of the stomach cancer. Yinger had no right to choose his own destiny. Only left unite with her, her husband's second brother, Ling Guang, okay, her husband's younger brother. Caught in the conflict between her husband's family and the NATO family. Yinger once again felt that she was not more than an object. Her husband's family want the child she born, while her NATO family want to profit from her by arranging another marriages. Yeah. So why her mother just arranging another marriage for Yinger? Just because Yinger's sister-in-law Lang Lang want to divorce with his brother. Do you know why Lang Lang want to divorce with his brother? Just because one reason after Yinger Lang Lang get married with his brother, Lang Lang was always beaten by her husband. Lang Lang was always beaten by her husband. So especially when her husband got drunk or lost the money in the gambling, Yinger was always beaten by her husband. So that isn't the worst. The worst is that Lang Lang found that one day, her doctor didn't come back home in a cold winter day. Her doctor didn't come back in a cold winter day. Yeah. Do you know what happened to Lang Lang's doctor? Yeah. Her husband just take the doctor into the snow field to kill the doctors in the snow field. Yeah. Do you know why her husband just killed the doctor? Do you know why? Yeah. You will know that just because her husband want to have a son, but they only have a doctor. In the 1990s, in China, due to the family plan, one family, one child. So they cannot have another child. Due to the family plan. Yeah. So and Lama's husband want to have a son. So what can he do? He just lead his daughter to the snowland and kill his daughter in the snowland just to make a chance to have another son, to have another kid. Yeah. So they want to have a kid. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to show you a real story in my hometown. One of my neighbor. Yeah. One of my neighbor, they have about seven doctors. Seven doctors. Yeah. They have seven doctors, but they also want to have son. They just born and born. So after they have the eight boys in their family, they they got a boy. They get a boy, and they're so happy, and they love this boy so much. Okay, they love this boy so much. Okay, so he give everything they have to the boy, and then the boy about 6 months, 6 months old, 6 months. Okay, one day they they didn't let they only take the urine blanket in okay in front of her of the bed. Okay, so one day he they just come go to cook cook for the dinner. Okay, so do you know what happened to his son? To their son, their son just rolling under the bed and just put his head into the blanket of urine. Okay, and, and then and then their son was sinking to death. Their son was sinking to death. Yeah. Okay. So after that, they have another son. They have another son. Altogether, they born about 10 children in their family. They have 10 children in their family altogether. Yeah. So and every time when I come back home, anytime when I come back home, so I can see the boy. That is a young man now. That is a young man now. The boy who is about 18 years old. Okay, he just stay. His and their son just stay in their home and did do nothing and do nothing because all the boys sister do anything for him, do anything for him. He just play the video games all the day long at home. Yeah, and sometimes when the parents prepare the dinner and the lunch and breakfast for him, so I can clearly hear that. Okay, blah blah blah. Just come to eat the supper. Just eat to come to eat the dinner. Just come to eat the breakfast. And then his son said, "Hey, I'm coming. Hey, I'm coming." So every time just like that. So that's some kind of custom, the bad customs in traditional Chinese culture. Okay, the people just want to have a son. And then Lang's husband killed their daughters in the no fear. Just want to get a chance to have another child. Yeah. So Lang was so hurt from her husband, and then he wanted to divorce with her husband. She wanted to divorce with her husband. Yeah. It means that if Lang wanted to divorce with her husband as the another part of the exchange marriage, Ying'er, she had to divorce with her husband too, because her husband just passed away because of stomach cancer. Okay, and these two lady and these two lady want to take control of their destiny. So do you know what these two lady decide to do? These two lady they want to go to the desert. Why can they make the money in the desert? I really know. They want to take a job in the short company in the another side of the desert. So they have if they want to work in the short company, they have to pass the desert. Okay, they have to pass the desert. Okay, okay, and these two ladies decide to go to the desert, accompanied with the camel and the dogs. So these two lady, when they go in the desert, they have to face the chase of the wolf and the fox and the dogs. Yeah. So how can these two ladies get survival in the desert? You can read the books of the other white past or the another books of the into the desert into the desert. These two books are also written by Chinese author Xuemo, translated by Hold Black and Richard Lin. Yeah. So I heard to our author Xuemo, okay, Miss Xuemo has another new book, Out of the Desert. Out of the Desert. Yeah. So especially these two ladies, especially these two ladies, okay, meet their camel. How these two ladies can survive with nothing, with nothing to live in the desert. Okay, the camel took all the waters, all the food. Okay, and these two ladies, how can these two ladies survive in the desert with nothing? Yeah. So some readers said that this book is another sign. It's not. It's another kind of the survival story, survival guardian. How to okay the desert survival guardian in this book. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book, my friend. If you're new here, my friend, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Yeah. For more updates and for more wisdom books, this channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the story. Yeah. Let's continue to talk about the story. Ying become a commodity to be sold again. Her experience of the salt company made her realize that man's pursuit of her was merely based on physical desire. When she returned home, she witnessed her mother despicable deeds, realizing that her mother would even sacrifice her own daughter's body to steal another marriage. So her mother just wanted Ying to get married to a butcher. Yeah, to, because the butcher is the richest man in the village. Yeah, but Western China, in Western China, the people they don't want to get married with a butcher. Do you know why? Do you know why? Okay, just because the people in Western China they thought the butchers kill so many animals. Okay, kill so many animals, and the butchers cannot have a good future. Cannot have a good future. They just and the butcher's son just a numbers, just a number. Yeah, and the people didn't respect the butchers in Western China. So, so when she returned home, yeah, she realized that her mother would even sacrifice her own daughter's body to steal another marriage alliance. This strong, patient woman was finally defeated by the by the ugly of the reality. So Ling Guang in her heart, her lover Ling Guang in her heart, might already forgotten her, even if he hadn't. Their union would still violate, violate ethical norm, and could never be realized in the real life. In the end, this woman, this woman once saw the horror with sorrow and yearning, and her, and her life, and her life to take the drug. Okay, take the drug. Yeah. So, okay, let's continue to talk about another lady. And this book is about three women, three very rich women. Okay, another woman is called Yue. Yue, she is the most beautiful girl in the villages. Yeah, and then Meng Zi, Meng Zi, Yue's brother-in-law, Yue's brother-in-law, okay, fell in love with Yue, and then Yue just want to make money, and then she followed the she go to the city as a lot of young men do, as a lot of young men do. Okay, the young men in 1990s, the young men just go to want to make money in the city, and Yue is one of them. Okay, so can all the people from the village can make money in the city? Okay, actually no. Actually no. Some of them made money, and a lot of them only the only become the worker as a building worker in the city. So and building and a road builder in the city. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, when she come to the city, when she came to the city, because of lack of skill, lack of knowledge, she couldn't find a job. She couldn't find a job in the city. Okay, and then she met a businessman from Beijing. Okay, that businessman told to Yue, he said that, okay, I love you so much. I want to get married with you, even though I have already married, but I will divorce with my wife and to remarry with you, and then I will give you the money to make you to live well, and also we can settle down in an apartment. Yeah, and you believe all the businessmen told to her, and she okay, she settled down with the businessman with in an apartment in Langzhou, okay, the city. Yeah, and then after they settled down in an apartment in the city, so um, you get a kind of dirty disaster, get a dirty illness, okay, by the businessman, and then yeah, she had to come back home. She had to come back home, and the businessman left her, So yeah, she had to come back home. She had to come back to the village, and then and then the lady got the dirty illness. Okay, that is some kind of the worst in the villages. And US parents just want her to get married soon. And then get married with okay? You got married with okay? Okay, he just imagined that after she got married, she can go to the hospital to check her dirty illness. Yeah, but unfortunately, unfortunately, when Yuer got married with her husband, okay, she didn't live with her husband just due to the dirty illness, just due to the dirty illness. Okay, and she go to the hospital for the dirty illness treatment, but the medicine doesn't work. But the medicine doesn't work. Do you know why? Do you know why the medicine doesn't work? Okay, because her body was so special. The, the medicine doesn't work on the dirty illness. So, and this young lady, she had to wait for dying. Okay, she just wait for dying because of the dirty illness. And after her husband know the truth, that his wife got the dirty illness, her husband want to divorce with her. But her husband said that that's the tough period of her life. Okay, and then her husband decided to make a choice. That is that after the treatment of of his wife's dirty illness, he will divorce with his wife. He will divorce with his wife, and then and from then on, Meng Zi just go to the city to work to take a job to make the money for her wife's uh, treatment, for her wife's treatment. Yeah, for her wife's treatment. So from that moment, that is the most beautiful scenery described in the book. A young lady was always sitting under the tree at the entrance of the village. Okay, just waiting for her husband to come back home every evening. And in the morning, this young lady just sent her husband to go to work in the city. So every day, just like that, every day, just like that. And also, and also, this young lady, because the medicine doesn't work, okay, this lady just use the fire to retreat, to treat, to treat her illness. Use the fire to to toast the illness. Can you imagine that? But it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay. The only thing for the young lady, the only thing for the young lady is that the young lady is becoming silly. Okay. It becoming big and and tired. And at the end of the story of the US story, she, she is wearing a red dress, okay, and dancing in the desert, okay, and fire herself in the desert. Yeah. So that is the most touching story novel written by Chinese author Xuemo. And our author Xuemo told us that all the story according to the white tiger path is according to the real story. The real story. Yeah. Also, also, and the story is according to the real story of the white tiger path. And this book is just about the social change in 1990s in Western China. Actually, when I read the book, I feel some kind of the social change in 1990s all around China, not only the Western China. In my hometown, even though in Guangdong, in Canton, it's almost the same. It's almost the same. That is the social change in 1990s. So if you want to know what happens in 1990s, so you have you can take a copy of this book for reading. Yeah, you can take a copy of this book for reading. So this book was also translated by Holger Black and Sebastian Lin. The translator of Nobel Prize winning author Mo Yan, which ensure the story's emotion and rhythm are perfectly captured in English. So you can get the White Tiger Pass right now on Amazon. It is available in two editions on Amazon. The paperback edition is about 21 US dollar. It is light and perfect for daily reading, and the hardcover edition, the price is about 23 US dollar. It's premium version idea for collector or as a gift. Also, you can choose the Kindle ebook from the Amazon. Yeah, the White Tiger Pass. So you can take the book from the Amazon and choose the version you prefer and check out. Okay, all kinds of versions are available for fast delivery, so you can start your reading in just a few days. Yeah, and this book has received growing 5-star review from readers who said is both powerful and inspiring, and let the white past remind you that even in the desert, the human heart can bloom like a flower. Yeah. So that is the book of the desert rise. Now I'm going to share you another book that is about the causes of Xixia kingdom. The causes of Xixia kingdom, yeah. The causes of Xixia kingdom, yeah. So before we talk about the causes of Xixia kingdom, this book presents a rich tapestry of history, religion, and law and custom of religion in present-day northwestern China. During its heyday, the Sino-Tibetan kingdom of Xixia Okay, so it's about 1038 to 1227. Yeah, also known as Tenghis. Tenghis rival rival the Song dynasty. Rival the Song dynasty in China. Yeah, the Song dynasty, you know that from 960 to 1279. Yeah, and both the cavalry of the formidable formidable of the Chinese pen the tribute to eat to maintain peace, using the discovery of the lost manuscript as a frame. The novel presents the historical events and even the semi-fictional characters, including an avatar of the local uh, Chengchek Buddhist goddess, the Buddhist goddess Dakini, a Dakini of Vajrayogini, the Vajrayogini, okay, named the Snow Feather, this book, taking the reader through different historical times and the various geographical and cultural space of the region. Mrs. Sherman revealed truths by blurring the distinction between good and evil, beauty and haziness, reality and the fiction, permanence and impermanence, the magical realisms and the myths coexist. Reality merges with the illusion and the mundane with the supernatural. So through the books of the course of Xixia Kingdom, okay, you can see something happens in the age of 1950s and 1960s. Yeah. So I also remember the scenes from the book. Okay, the snow feather, the girl, just come to visit her uncle's family. Yeah. So in the years of 1950s, yeah, in the years of 1950s. So in the years of 1950s, just because of the the, the, the big progress, the people have nothing to eat. A lot of people pass away. A lot of people pass away, and Snow Feathers just settled with her uncle's in her uncle's family for one for 2 days. During the midnight, the girl was waking up by the noise made by her uncle. Okay, so and the girl asked her uncle, "Hey uncle, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And then her aunt said, "Hey, sweetie, okay, just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. We are eating the broad beans. We are eating the broad beans." Can you imagine that? In an age of in an age of we have nothing to eat. Okay, her uncle and her aunt are eating the broad beans. Is that true? Are you sure? Is that true? Okay, and actually, what are they eating? So you can read the book. You can read the book of the causes of Xixia Kingdom. Yeah. Also, also, um, an old lady in this book, an old lady in this book is called Avang Po, yeah, an old lady. An old lady was living alone in a house, yeah. So when the people saw this old lady's eyes, her eyes are red. Her eyes are red. Why? Why the old lady's eyes are red? Okay. So many years later, when I interviewed the villagers in the villager in this village, yeah, an old man told me that in this In this village, there is an old lady in this village. Okay, her eyes was red. Her eyes was always red. And then this old lady, okay, this old lady ate a lot of human, ate a lot of human's body. She ate a lot of human's body in the years of 1960s, in the years of 1950s. Yeah. Okay, and the people told Sarah, okay, one day, actually it's in this book. One day, the old lady was waiting. He used just some kind of stick, a very big stick. Okay, when the people come to settle in her family, okay, he will use the stick to hit the man's head and kill the man and eat the meat. Yeah, one day, hi, hi, Eva. Good morning, Eva. Yeah. So I'm talking about the causes of Xixia Kingdom. So have you ever read this book, The Causes of Xixia Kingdom? So we have an English edition was translated by Chen Li Fangping, the professor at New York University. Yeah, Chen Li Fangping. We have. Yeah, you have read this book. You have read this book. Yeah. So I'm going to share you. Okay. This book is the first book I have read. This is the first book that this is the first book I have read written by author Xuemo. The Causes of Xixia Kingdom. The Causes of Xixia Kingdom. Yeah. Was translated by Chen Li Fangping. Yeah. So okay, when I interviewed to the old man in this village, yeah, and the old man told me that so actually there is an old lady in this village, and the old lady are eating the human meat, and then I become red. I become red. So one day, the old lady's son come back home. One day, the old lady's son come back home during the midnight, and then, and then, and then, his son was killed by herself. Yeah, you know that a lot of students in China they love this book. They love this book so much. They love this book so much. So actually, this book is and is talking about the Xixia Kingdom, and actually is talking about something in 1960s. Okay, so you know that during the histories of China, okay, the Xixia Kingdom, the people also have nothing to eat, and also in the years of 1960s, due to the big progress, due to the big progress, and then and the disaster of the nature, and the people have nothing to eat. Yeah, it's a little difficult to understand. It's a little difficult to understand. Yeah, I know that. So this is the first book I read written by our author Xuemo. Can you imagine that? This is the first book. So one day when I go to my teacher's house, okay, to take a visit to my teacher, and my teacher's bookshelf has this book. Yeah, you can read it again. You can read it again. It is so amazing. It's so amazing. Yeah, it's so amazing. Yeah. A lot of Chinese middle school students love this book so much. Okay, they can wait to read all the novels of the Causes of Xixia Kingdom. Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, so can you imagine that? That's the tragedy of the old man, the old lady. Yeah, read it again. Read it again. So and you will find another different points from the book, and also another main character in this book is called John. John, okay. Uh, John's mother want him to become a Buddhist. A Buddhist. Yeah, and John's father want him to become a thief. Okay, yeah. So, and how can this the main character do in the end? You know that? Okay, they're all mm, uh, this this man John become the Buddhist in the end due to her mother's uh, leading and due to her uncle's leading, her mother's brothers, her uncle's leading. Yeah, her uncle is also a Buddhist, and her mother is a Buddhist, and John is to become the Buddhist too. Yeah. So and this book, you can read the book, you can find that that is another transcendent path of John. Actually, the transcendent path of John is also the transcendent path of Mr. Xuemo. So when you read the book, so how the people can transcend the suffering, how the people can transcend the suffering in this book. Okay, the causes of Xixia kingdom, and also I'm going to share you another story about this book. So when I go to the Xixia Museum in Liangzhou, okay, maybe someday if you have a chance, you can come to visit this city. There is a museum in this city called Xixia Museum. Okay, so when I go to the Xixia Museum, I can see a lot of Xixia characters in the museum. But before 1980s, before 1980s, okay, the experts didn't they cannot find any kind of CCR characters. Okay, after 1991, yeah, they dig a cave in the mountain, and then they found a lot of CCR characters, yeah, and then after they read decode the Xixia characters. They know what happens in the Xixia, what happened to the Xixia kingdom. So there is a curse of Xixia kingdom. So how do people say that? So in the Song dynasty, okay, the Mongolia is so powerful. The Mongolia is so powerful, and then the leader of Mongolia, okay, according to the tour guides, she told me that she told me that when I visited the museum, the Xixia museum, the two guys told me, okay, when the Mongolian army conquered the Xixia kingdom, yeah, so the people of the 10 guys right here, the people called 10 guys in Xixia kingdom, they made some kind of cannon. They made some kind of cannon, and then the Mongolian leader was seriously injured when the Mongolian army conquered the Xixia kingdom. And after a few days later, the leader of Mongolia was died because of the serious injured. Okay, and then the Mongolian army hated Xixia kingdom so much. So and after years battle, okay, the Xixia kingdom was conquered by Mongolian army, and the Mongolian army hated the Tenghais, and killed all the peoples and burned all the books of the Xixia kingdom. So it just like the civilization of the Xixia is not exist in the history. After in the years of 1991, okay, the expert find the Xixia book. They find the Xixia characters in the books in the cave. Okay, so that proof and then the expert find that it is about the Xixia kingdom is really exists in Chinese history. Yeah, and Mr. Xuan also go to the cave, and that cave is called Jinganhai cave. Actually, it's called the Dakini cave. It's called the Dakini cave. Okay, my friend. Yeah. So, if you want to know more details about the curses of Xixia kingdom, so you can read the book. Okay. It won't let you down. It won't let you down. Okay. So I'm going to share you another book was written by our author Xuemo. Yeah, this book. Okay, this book is about the Chinese medicine. It's about the Chinese medicine. Yeah, and the book is called the Xuemo Interpret the Yellow Empire Yellow Empire Canon. Yeah, this book is about the Chinese medicine Yellow Empire Inno Canon. Yeah, Xuemo's war. Okay, this book is Xuemo decoding the Yellow Emperor Emperor's inner canon. Okay, this book reveals profound wisdom on life and health from an um, unprecedented spiritual physical perspective. Okay, so a lot of there's a how to say that there is a idea from this book. There's an idea in this book. Okay, 田荡西无真气从之. Okay, so how was the meaning of the 田荡西无真气从之? So it means that it's come when you got the mental health and the physical health is open. So it is like that we got the selflessness. We become the man of the selflessness in our mind. Okay, and then just made the chi in our body as a run as a circle, run as a circle. So the chi was run in a circle is another kind of it's of two ways. In two ways. The first one called the 小周天. 小周天 just like from our back and our from our back to our fourth head and come down as a circle and running as a circle. And another one is the 大周天 is run around our body, not just in our body. Okay, so that is another kind of the Oriental wisdom. Yeah. So when we got the selflessness, 田荡西无真气从之, and the chi it will run in your body. Okay, and discover your body. Okay, so and there's a very important way. That's a very important way. So we have to take the bridge. Use our tongue to make the bridge. So how can we use our tongue to make the bridge? So we have to use our tongue, roll our tongue, and reach the upside of our mouth. Yeah. So and you can roll our tongue as as hard as you can. So sometimes we can roll our tongue to almost to our throne. That is the made the bridge for the chi. Man, that's the tips of made the bridge for the chi. Okay, so Mr. Schumer's interpretation transformed this ancient text into practical guidance for modern living. Yeah, offering a key to the mystery of health, harmony, and inner balance. Yeah, in the post-pandemic era, when everyone seeks the resilience and renewal, and Mr. Schumer's exploitation of the concept of the tranquil emptiness is particularly striking, a true key to unlock the inner peace. So you have to become the emptiness. You have to got the tranquil emptiness. Okay. So it's the key to unlock the inner peace and the physical vitality and awakening to the inherent wisdom. Yeah. So a lot of people after they read this book, Mr. James decoding the Yellow Emperor inner canon. Okay, they got healthy in their mental and the physical. Yeah. So that is Mr. Xuemo always said that all he wanted to do, he just wanted to beneficial to the all the sense of beings. Yeah, that's the proof of the Mr. Xuemo's decoding the yellow emperor in the canon. So if you want to know more, and I'm going to share you, and this book was written in Chinese characters. So maybe you just like even do, okay? Even also you can use the Google Translator, okay, to read the Chinese. Yeah, you can also use the Google Translator to read the Chinese editions of this book. You know that last time, mm, in the years of 2024, the German director from Nepal, they come to visit China. I just took them to travel around the city, and then when they read the Chinese characters, okay, they use the phone. They use the phone to take a picture, and then send the pictures to the Google Translator, and the Google Translator can help him to understand the Chinese characters. Yeah, so that is the way you can do. A lot of reader they can read the Chinese version through the Google Translator. Yeah. So now I'm going to show you another book written by author Xuemo. Hi, Taha. Okay, Taha. Okay, hi, Annie. Hi, welcome back again. Okay, Taha. Yeah. So I'm going to show you another book. You know that Mr. Xuemo has written more than 80 titles with over 300 editions. So this book is the love letter from the goddess. The love letter from the goddess. This book is about the forbidden. Oh, really? I don't know what to do there. Okay, maybe it's just some kind of internet issue. Maybe it's some kind of internet issue. Yeah. Is that okay now, Taha? Yeah. So the love letters from the goddess. This book is about the forbidden love of the Nepali goddess and Tibetan pilgrim quest for freedom. Yeah, yeah, really, I want to lie to you. I know that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for reminding me. Thank you so much for reminding me. Okay, so I don't know what to do with that. So I just phoned to the internet company and told them there's something happens of the internet issues right here. Okay, okay, and then they restart the internet, and sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it works. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, maybe it's a little. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Everyone in the chat experience the same things. Yeah, I know that. So I don't know how to deal with these problems. So we also use some kind of the microphone, but it doesn't work. Okay, and sometimes I restart the internet. Okay, it doesn't work, and I call to the computer company. Yeah, or you can hear me. That's great, but the voice is not so good. Yeah, it's not so good. Yeah, the audio is not so good. The quality of the audio is not is so bad. Yeah, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Okay. Mm, okay, let's continue for about the book. Okay. So maybe it's a little hard for you. It's a little hard for you. Just you're doing the ear massage. Okay, you're doing the ear massage. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay. And this book, the book is the forbidden love of the Nepali goddess and the Tibetan pilgrim quest for freedom. So when a devotee monk meets his divine goddess, when unwavering faith collide with the irresistible love, does it lead to the transcendence of downfall or the downfall? Love letters God, love letters from the goddess. Hi. See you. Have a nice day. Okay. Good night. Good night. Yeah. Good night. Okay. Good dream. Good dream, Eva. Good dream, Eva. Okay. Have a good dream. Okay. It's about 9 p.m. It's about 9 p.m. in the city. Eva, can agree to your mother. Okay. Can agree to your mother. Yeah. So see you. Have a nice day. Have a nice dream. Yeah. So the love letters from the goddess unveil these profound dilemmas through 34 soul-driving letters, carefully selected from the Holy Man and the Spirit Woman. And this book was selected from the Holy Man and the Spirit Woman. Yeah, hidden in the void for the millenniums 1,000 years ago. Yeah, these letters now come to light, revealing the poignant of the timeless romance between Saraswati and a retired Nepali living goddess. Okay, actually, the Saraswati, retired, the retired Nepali living goddess is called Kumari. It's called Kumari, and Kumbhananja. And Kumbhananja, a Tibetan pilgrim on the quest for ultimate freedom. And their story transcended the boundaries of time and space, weaving together themes of devotion, patience, and the spiritual awakening. This book is the #1 Amazon bestseller book in Asian literature. Okay, the book is a scale love story. Explore the delicate balance between divine duty and human desires. So, as the two extraordinary show navigate the complexities of the faith and love, visible from the void, these letters preserved for centuries offer a rich glimpse into a romance that defies the conven- con- conventional boundaries, spiritual and emotional depth, until their resonance with the seeker of truth, lover of romance, and any captivate the interplay of spirituality of human emotions, and the cultural richness set against the backdrop of the ancient Nepal and Tibet. The story, the story is deep. That story is deep in the mythicism and the traditions of the Himalayas. The love letters from the goddess is more than a love story. This book is more than a love story. Yeah, it is a journey into the heart of what it means to seek freedom, to love deeply, to transcend the limit of the human experience. It's perfect for readers of spiritual literature, historical romance, and those who cherish tales of profound connections. Now, I'm going to share you the details about the love letters from the goddess. Yeah, the love letters from the goddess is about the forbidden love from the Tibetan pure one and the retired Nepali living goddess. Yeah, the love letters from the goddess, written by Chinese author Xuemo and translated by Sosala, translated blue. Yeah, so and after you read the book, and you can find what does the real love mean. What does the real love mean? the love letters from the guys. So who is Thai? Daniel? Daniel, okay, you change your, okay, Daniel, yeah, that's my brother. Hey, brother. Yeah, hey, brother. So how's anything? You didn't come here for a long time. You didn't come here for a long time. And Karen told me that, okay, you're disappearing. You're disappearing. Maybe you are starting your business right now, yeah? Daniel, my friend, my brother. So Kevin, he told me that he miss you so much. Me too, okay? Me too, okay? So do I. So, okay, okay, let's continue talk about the heart about this book. Yeah. Hi, lawyer. Nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lawyer Paris. Okay. Okay, if you're new here, if you're new here, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel, my friend. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. So you know that reading the book, it just like to how to say that? Okay, we are always sad. We are always sad. The heaven is just like it just like the library. The heaven is like the library. So sharing the book is just sharing the wisdom to the people. Yeah. Especially this channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah. Just like the readers and writers. Okay. Yeah. I'm the readers of Mr. Xuemo. I'm here to sharing the book written by Chinese author Xuemo, my friend. Yeah. So let's continue talking about the book. Love letters from the guys. Yeah, I know the title make you think romance novel, right? But let me tell you, this book just a, isn't it, this book isn't about the romantic novels. Okay, it's so much deeper than that. It's about 46 letters between a retired Nepali guys, Saraswati, and the Tibetan pure one and Kamananja. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's about 740. Yeah, it's about 745 in the okay in New Delhi. Yeah. So Daniel, are you living in New Delhi? Are you living in New Delhi? Okay, Daniel, I'm going to share you a story. Okay, when our author Xuemo, he go to visit in New Delhi in the years of 2019, yeah. And Mishima is so kind. Okay, when he saw the old man back for the money in his street, he will always to give the cash to the beggar. So you know that Mishima's father was passed away in the years about 2000, about 2006 and 5, just like something like that. Yeah, and then Mishima every times when he met an old man back for the money in the street, he will give the money to the beggar, even though sometimes when he take the corn, when he give the corns to the beggar, okay, she will put the corn gently. She was so afraid to the corn will make a noise for the beggar and make the beggars unhappy. So can you see that Mr. Sherman is so kind? Okay, in the years of 2019, when in the years of 2019, Mr. Sherman just go to take visit to India, New Delhi. Yeah. So and and he just sent and he just give the money to one beggar. Okay, the beggar was a mother carrying his his son, and Mishima feels so touched by the beggar, and he give the cash to the beggar. So do you know what happens? Do you know what happens? Yeah, do you know what happens? And just a few minutes later, so the baggers rush in the street and just run to our auto Xuemo to take the money. Yeah. So and Mr. Xuemo didn't realize what happened. He didn't realize the serious of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Mr. Xuemo was always kind. Yeah, and then and and you know so and Anu and Anu and Sam and Mr. Sherman's son just take or the Sherman's run faster to escape from the beggar crowd. Okay, so and you can see that all the beggars just like the bees rush to Mr. Sherman, just want to get the money. So Mr. Sherman said he he told to the people accompanying with him. Is that? So when you see the beggar, you have to take them the money. We have to give them the money, even though they're not the real beggar. They just beg. They just as a professional beggar. Yeah. Okay. This shows that if you give them the money, you can give them the life, the whole of life. So yeah, and also which shows that when you see the old man are begging in the street, and it made him remember his father. Yeah, he would say thank you to the beggar to make him memorize his father. Yeah. So that's all authorship must always do. Yeah. And this book, and this book, the love letters for the goddess. Yeah. And the main character of the love letters for the goddess, Kamananja. Kamananja is on this big spiritual journey. Like you know that he was traveling across the Himalayan mountain to find the to find the transcendent wisdom. The kind of the quest that takes years. Yeah. And Saraswati, the a retired Nepali goddess, is the love of his life, but she doesn't beg him to stay. Her letters, their life and miss you so much more than words. But go chase both feature your show, and right here is you. Yeah. So which book have you been reading, Daniel? Daniel. The world is a reflection of the mind, and reclaim the throne of your heart, and hope and death. That's right. Is that read these three books? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If you have any questions, you can email me, and then I will let our author to answer your questions. Okay. Yeah. You read the Kindle ebook or the printed book or the printed version. Yeah. Daniel. Sometimes okay the book on the internet okay is not so correct. The Kindle book, okay, reclaim the throne of your heart. Actually, I know that the word is a reflection of the mind. It didn't have the Kindle book, the Kindle editions. They didn't have the Kindle editions on the internet. Uh, the word is a reflection of the mind. It only have the printed editions. Yeah, because the copyright was on the press of the China. What is that? Oh, okay, the copyright is belong to the press. Yeah, and this book, I know that there's only have the printed editions. Oh, PDF. Okay. Yeah. Whoa, that's so great. Got that. I got that. Daniel, you know that uh, um, the translation of this book is not so correct. It's not so correct. Okay, some of the translators told that that's not the best version of the English editions. Yeah, this is not the best. So Mr. Sherman, he will ask Dr. Yotaswo Kuma to translate another version of the book is the reflection of the mind. So yeah, if you have any questions, so you can send me the message. Okay, you can send me the email. I will ask Mr. Sherman to answer your questions. Okay, Daniel. Yeah, yeah, so great, my friend. You're so great. Yeah. So and guess what? And guess what? After Saraswati told him, I miss you more than words, but go chase what is usual. I'm right here with you. And guess what happens? Okay, Kamananja's faith gets stronger because of her love. Kamananja is not a cool monk. He's a guy who carries the letters in his bag. Yeah, 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 you're right. There's so many mistakes. So can you translate that? Can you translate that, Daniel? So maybe you have to learn the Chinese, and then you can become a technology to translate Mr. Sherman's words. Okay, so a lot of translated our Mr. Sherman's words. Okay, and this book is not the best version of the translation, but a lot of readers love this book so much. A lot of readers love this book so much. Yeah, and this book is much better. This book is much better. Reclaim the throne of your heart, and this translation is much better. So actually, I love how to go black and silver literally translation. I love their translation, but they cannot translate Mr. Sherman's cultural words. They cannot translate Mr. Sherman's cultural words. Okay, because they know very little about the traditional Chinese culture. Yeah. So Dr. Yotaswo Kuma, the translator of the Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart, he's much better than J.C. Clary. He's much better than J.C. Clary. So Dr. Yotaswo Kuma, he translated this book into, he translated another book, Bison and Tennis. That book is so great. That book is so great. Yeah, Bison and Tennis. Yeah. So Daniel, maybe you can learn the Chinese, and then maybe someday in the future you can translate our autism school. Yeah. And Mr. Sherman will offer you the fear for the translation. Yeah. A word to wise enough. Yeah. But the main idea about the book is okay. But a lot of mistake in the books of the world is a reflection of the mind. Yeah. I know that. I read it. That is not the best one. Not the best one. Yeah. And this book is much better. This book is much better. The translation of this book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book of the love letters from the goddess. The love letters from the goddess was translating by Mr. Schumer's student. Yeah. Okay. One of the students in our team. Okay. Another Joanna. So we have two Joannas in our team. Okay. One is the Joanna for the live streamer. Okay, live streamer. Another one. Another Joanna. She is always translating our autism book every day. She will translated our autism school. So he's the first copy of the translation to give his copy to give her copy to the psychologist, just like the how the go black and separation link, and then according to the first copy, and then they will do another translation. Yeah. So Joanna, another Joanna, she was grading 80. She got the master degree in Liverpool University from UK. Yeah. So, and Joanna, another Joanna is my best friend, one of my best friend. Yeah, Joanna. And Joanna lived with my wife Melina in one apartment. Okay, in one room. So Daniel, okay, I have to go. I have to go. Okay. Thank you so much for coming with me. Thank you so much for coming with me. Okay. So thank you so much for coming with me. I have to go. I have to go. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. I got that. I got that. So maybe someday in future you can read this book. It's on Anthony's. You can read this book. It's on Anthony's. And you can know. Okay. I want forgot you. I want forgot you. I miss you so much. Okay. Daniel, see you. Have a nice day, my friend. Bye.